Hey everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. Today we're gonna start our next challenge mode playthrough, and this time we're going to do Isla Muerta. As you can see, we only have Isla Muerta, Tucano, and Marta East left. We have unlocked the skins for all the other islands. And so here we go. Unlike the last playthrough, I am not doing a part 0. That was basically just to have for pre-planning and what I wanted the island to look like. This island's quite a bit larger. The game classifies it as a medium island, so it should have the same requirements as Isla Muerta did, because that was also classified as a medium-sized island by the game. One thing I am going to do is go ahead and change it to the dusk setting, just because I haven't really used that one at all, and that is this island's default. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do that later. So here's all the rules, nothing different here. Once again, my playthroughs are not speed runs. These are more of a let's try to make the park look fairly decent and just get the skins at all costs. With that being said, there are certain things that I've been doing in my playthroughs that I'm gonna try to avoid a little bit this time in order to hopefully to make things go a little bit faster. And I'm specifically referring to there are certain dinosaurs that the challenge mode seems to want you to use, and I'm just going to stick with those dinosaurs rather than being stubborn and trying to use other dinosaurs that aren't as efficient. So we've got some pretty reasonable contracts down there, so I'm probably going to keep those for now. So my plan is this area right here is pretty small and kind of hard to build on. So I was just gonna use this as my industrial area, if you will, with the power stations and the all the research buildings and all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and start right here. Some of this stuff we're gonna make it look nicer later on. For right now, we're just getting things started. Alright, next we're gonna need a expedition center. I went past it already. Literally the first thing on the list. All this stuff looks super ugly right now, but, well, like I said, we will take care of all that later. Muscle center. let's send out our first team. Alright, so there we go. That's all we need to get started for now. We do have a contract for a carnivore fossil, so we'll be looking into sending it to get a Ceratosaurus when we... Alright, so... the thing we're gonna want is... a creation lab. I always forget that this island actually goes way over here. Really, look at the boundaries of it. I was honestly thinking of pretty closely recreating what the default or what the story mode gives you in a lot of ways. But we'll see if that actually plays out the way I like it to. And I have a rough idea of what I want this area here anyway to look like. Got some stuff. We'll send one for a Ceratosaurus real quick so we can get that one contract done. We have all the way to here. My idea is, in order to cut down on the tranquilizing of the dinosaurs, is to have a hatchery here that opens up into 2 exhibits, and to have a hatchery over here that also opens up into 2 exhibits, and then to have this area here be the guest landing zone area of all the shops and whatnot. But we're gonna go with that plan and see if it works out for us. Got our Ceratosaurus fossil and a mineral. Go back to Struthy. Dinosaur eating from a feeder. Alright, we should get the genome one done. Facility rating, 1 star. Once we have a dinosaur, we all just need to put down like 1 building, I think, and we should have that, so we'll keep that one for now. Okay, now we just need substation. Alright, we have our start anyway. Well, let's build our first actual enclosure. Let's see, how are we doing on the... We wait another 25 seconds, we'll have an amber done, so I'm going to go ahead and wait for that. Alright, let's go ahead and incubate our first two Lithium-Imuses. As you can see, because of all the terrain or however you would like to say it, the way that the ground slope, wow, I know there's a word for it, I just can't think of it, but this will be a very fun terraforming challenge once we have the time and the funds to worry about trying to make everything look nice and smooth. Alright, that is our first dinosaur. Photograph from a feeder. I just realized that means that we need a ranger station, which we don't have. Alright, we got our first two dinos out. Alright, so that one is all done, so we're gonna... Next. Go ahead and incubate one more Struthiamimus to get that entertainment done. Okay, so now we are turning a profit. At least there's that. I had heard. Oh wow, did not make it. Unfortunately, I had heard. I mean, maybe as soon as the visibility was in, I started getting a profit. But I had heard that the dinosaur visibility doesn't even matter unless there's like a contract for it. Maybe that was incorrect, or maybe they updated the game so that is no longer true or something. So let's take a quick look. So we can pretty easily have another exhibit right here. Then so that would be about this big. And I would have another hatchery right about here, and have an exhibit here. Oh, oh my goodness, the dinosaur's sick already. I don't even have a ranger station built. Wow. I have enough money. Where do I want to put this thing? I don't even have enough money to extract that right now. I normally don't have the dinosaurs get sick that quickly. Fortunate for us. Alright, let's go. Hopefully I'm able to actually get there. Sometimes the trees completely block you out, but it looks like we're gonna be fine. Although I'm going to have to snipe them from outside of the enclosure at the moment. It'd be great if they could just get, like, slightly closer. Right, that should do it. and any pictures of them eating and... Stay right here, buddy. Hopefully this one will go to either the feeder or the lake to... Come on, there. Hopefully you're close enough. Got one of them. Hopefully, it'll go for the feeder next. We will send out our next... Alright, cool, we got both of those pictures done. Alright, well, these two contracts will get done at the same time, which is nice. Alright, so, before the two dinosaurs got sick, I was, in the process of trying to kind of explain my strategy for this island in comparison to how I've done things. Go ahead and power this down. Profit from guest facility. Probably just gonna get rid of that one if I can afford it. Mainly because I'm gonna need to build a some sort of fast food or something, which I don't really have the money for right now in order to get that one done. Shelter coverage. So until we get past 1 star, we really don't have any use for shelters because storms will not happen. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and build this. And then once the contract is done and we get the money, I will just destroy it again. I will incubate another Wow, and it failed at 92%. I have not had that many incubation failures this quickly before. So this should be done just about. It'll take the game a minute to update the shelter coverage. We'll get rid of this, and we basically get a contract out without having to take a penalty and make a small profit. Carnivore fossil. And another one for Ceratosaurus, I guess. Alright, and we'll incubate some more Struthiomimuses. Anyway, so let's zoom out here while we have a second. So I'm gonna have an enclosure here, and enclosure here, then we'll have a hatchery right about here, and that will open up into an enclosure over here, as well as one over here. So that way, basically our first 4 exhibits, I won't need to be tranquilizing everything, which really gets old very quick. We're gonna continue on with this dig site. And so basically what I'm planning on is this here is going to be our Struthiomimus and Edmontosaurus enclosure. This will be our Ceratopsid enclosure with the Triceratops. And then one of these will be our Stegosaur paddock with the Huayingosaurus, and the other one will be Ceratosaurus. And that'll basically, all of our starter dinos will get to have an exhibit for each of them. And then we'll just kind of go from there as far as adding more and more species to those 4 enclosures. Right, we need to release one more Struthiomimus to get that contract done. Have a picture to be taken. Put him on over here. Like I said, we'll do some landscaping later on to make everything look a little bit prettier. So anyway, one thing. Oh, we got a new skin. That's just for holding down the throttle for a certain period of time or something. So they're all gonna socialize first, it looks like. I wanted to do this island next, mainly because I do like the 2 skins that you get from it. Neither of them are super exciting, but I do use Triceratops and Dilophosaurus quite a bit. So it'll be nice to have those 2 skins. And additionally, Isla Muerta was probably one of my favorite islands in the game. Oh, that was honestly the other main reason why I wanted to do this island next. Got another picture done. Got a dinosaur to release. Got 2 more contracts done. Increase the genome to 60%. Getting close to that too. Even got some minerals from that one. Alright. That was a good little stretch right there, thankfully. Build a hotel. We'll see about that. Successfully incubate a Struthiomimus. Get about, oh, was it like 750 for a hotel? It costs 10 power. Honestly, really early to need a hotel. Are we... The capacity's fine, so I'm kind of surprised that it gave us that. That one literally just refunded us the 30,000 for the Struthiomimus, so probably better to just do that than to take the small hit for it, I guess, and we get the extra reputation as well. Wait. All we need to do is put down one of these buildings and we'll get that one done. As you can see, terrain problems are going to be a frequent issue on this island, and for right now I'm choosing to just not deal with it, and then we will make everything look a little bit nicer later on, if that's even possible. I mean, the other option is that I could take this tool and just flatten this whole area out right now. Let's see how much that's gonna cost. Not like that expensive. Pretty expensive. Let's not kid ourselves. There we go. I'll just set that down for now. That should give us a facility rating, get that contract done. Got some minerals, thankfully. This should finish up Struthiomimus. Oh, that one will finish up Struthiomimus then. How much is it to get rid of the hotel one? We'd get 285,000 for it, but I think I'm just gonna get rid of it because we honestly don't need a hotel at all for quite a while. Alright, so we can kind of take advantage of this shelter one again, what we're gonna do. And we also have a contract for a research center, which I am going to do that one after we get this one done. Flatten this out real quick so we can build this. Right, there we go. Right, now we have enough for the research center. 2 Triceratops. See about that one. Time to see if we are going to be able to fit this literally anywhere. Alright, might be time to experiment with some terrain tools to see if we can make bigger area. Let the new contract pop up real quick. See if it'll work now. Still have terrain constraints. I'm gonna get rid of these trees. I know it's basically wasting more money, but like I can't. I would help with knowing if I'm anywhere close to having this flattened out at all. But as you can see, you get to a point where the game is just like, nope, that is too steep, you cannot terraform that. So we're gonna see if we can fit this in at any angle possible, and if not, we're just gonna have to relocate our substation, which it looks like we're gonna have to relocate the substation. Looks like a bit of a better spot anyway. That there. Alright, let's see if we can scoot this guy in. There are terrain constraints. Buildable area. Alright, let's see if we can flatten this out then. Oh, I saw it for a second there. I know there's a sick dino. Cool. Okay, there we go. At least I'm gonna be able to drive into the enclosure this time. Alright, all good. Alright, so as far as I know, right now anyway, there really isn't much that we need to be. So now I'm not going to be researching anything. The exception might be, oh, I don't even get him until later. I know Baryonyx is a really good dinosaur to start off with. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab Draco Rex. That'll be a good one. Okay. Increase a new genome to 50%. That must be the Ceratosaurus. That's almost to 50%. Plenty of mineral. One. So anyway, so you may be kind of wondering, like in the last playthrough, I was like, well, I'm gonna try to make this more unique park with different dinosaurs, and now all of a sudden I'm like, I'm gonna use all the basic starter dinosaurs, and that's mainly because Jurassic difficulty isn't really necessarily about making this beautiful park, even though I'd like it to be more like that. It's much more about just getting your dinosaur rating up to a certain amount, and there are some dinosaurs that make that much easier than others, and or because there are certain exhibits that you can basically pump out a ton of dinosaur reputation. And as far as I can tell anyway, one of the best ways to do that is to just not use certain dinosaurs, or if you are going, or don't put certain dinosaurs together. So like for me, I normally really enjoy having an exhibit with like 5 different species of different kinds of dinosaurs. So like a Struthiomimus, a Hadrosaur, a Triceratops, and something else all put together. That I think that's more neat to look at. But what this mode encourages is to pay attention to the social limitations of the dinosaur and to make an exhibit that is based around that. Now you can, thanks to the Dr. Wu DLC, you can play with those social genes, but those are really, it's very expensive to do that, and by the way, you have to invest a lot of money into research and upgrading your hatcheries to deal with the viability hit that you have to do for that to happen. So, island rating to 1.5, that's not gonna happen anytime. We're gonna get rid of this one as well. Profit per minute, that one's not gonna happen for a while. We're just gonna give us a good one, please. Well, that one increases the reputation for all 3, so it might be worth holding on to for a minute. See if we can get it. We're just gonna juke that one again. And until this contract comes in, we're basically broke. Because I just had to get rid of 3 mediocre contracts. But anyway, it's gonna be fun figuring out what we're gonna do with this, terrain stuff on this map. I didn't really... Hopefully we can make it actually look correct at some point, or make it look interesting anyway. Alright, get rid of this, get our money back. As you can, I've gotten that contract like 3 times now. Photo of Triceratops. He really wants a Triceratops, apparently. We'll go, well, I think there's a contract to get Ceratosaurus to 60%, so we're gonna do that one next. And then honestly, we have enough money, we're gonna get rid of these other ones.